Hey everybody, it appears that over in Turkey, a guy named Jamal Khashoggi goes into the Saudi embassy and doesn't come out. And this is a huge, giant deal for America. Why? This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. Look, here's what the Turks are saying. The Turks are saying this Khashoggi guy goes into this Saudi embassy, doesn't come out. In fact, they're saying that they killed the guy, chopped him up into little pieces, and did something with the body. What the hell? That's horrible. That's awful. That's ugly. That's also not our problem. Okay, who benefits if there is a break between the United States and Saudi Arabia? Because that seems to be the intent here. This murder, if it was, because we haven't seen a body, we just have Turkey's allegations, and Turkey may not be the most reliable bunch of people. Not saying that the Saudis wouldn't do it. Saudis are well known for chopping people they don't like up. However, we don't actually know what happens. But let's assume the worst case. Let's assume the Saudis killed this Saudi dissident. That's a bad thing. Okay, you shouldn't chop people up. Not even guys like Khashoggi, who's screwed around with Islamic terrorists, who is apparently no friend of freedom, and just generally not a great guy. But again, you probably shouldn't take him into your embassy and kill him and chop him into little bits. This is a bad thing. But then again, why is it America's problem? Because look, we're not allies with the Saudis because we like the Saudis. We're not friends with the Saudis because they're cool people. All right, I've actually been in Saudi Arabia. I spent a lot of time there, and I don't like them very much. I remember during Desert Storm, I was, kind of on the border of northern Saudi Arabia, looking north towards Iraq, and I didn't see any Saudis between me and the border, right? And all I could think of was, if my country was in danger of invasion, you think I'd let some foreigners be on the front line? The Saudis didn't have any problem with it. I'm not a big fan. Yet, you know who I'm less of a fan of? I'm less of a fan of Iran. Because, for all the problems with the Saudis, and they got plenty, Iran is actively killing Americans. Iran has actively killed hundreds, maybe thousands of American soldiers in Iraq, assisting Shiite militias. And they're backing guys in Syria who are bad dudes, Assad and all the rest. And the Turks are interfering there, and it's a giant mess. And the Iranians, they also want to get the bomb. And now Turks understand how the leverage works. There's a bunch of Americans who are really upset because the signature foreign policy achievement of Barack Obama, that is giving into the mullahs and letting them get nuclear weapons in exchange for us paying them money. Yes, that's literally the deal. They got to do whatever they want, and we gave them billions of dollars, including pallets of cash. They're really upset about that. And to show they're upset, they seem to be siding against the Saudis. Well, I'm not really for the Saudis, but I am for the United States. And I'm kind of more for people who are not our enemies than people who are. Again, Saudis are not nice cats. They're actually kind of annoying. I don't particularly like them very much. But you know what? They're sticking with us, and they're not screwing with Israel the way they were. They're helping us fight the Iranians, and they're doing it in Yemen, where there's a real proxy war going on. And if everything goes to hell about Iran, if Iran insists on trying to get nuclear weapons, as it will, it's going to be our buddies, the Saudis, who are sitting beside us. Look, I'm not for dismembering political opponents. I think that's a bad thing. But then again, I think the Saudis are bad people. But sometimes you have to be with bad people. And we should understand that and accept that to some extent. Now the king of Saudi Arabia insists that, I didn't know anything about this, to Pompeo and Trump. And of course, Pompeo and Trump, what the hell do they know? Turks say he didn't. The Turks don't like us very much. The Saudis say they didn't. They're our allies. What the hell are we supposed to do? Side with Turkey? Turkey hates us right now. Turkey freaking holds us in contempt. Yeah, I know they're a NATO country. Doesn't matter. Look, it's time to get real. It's time to get adult. This is a tough world full of bad people. And sometimes you got to choose the less bad people. I'm not saying excuse this murder if it happened. We don't know if it happened, but people seem pretty sure it did. We don't have to excuse it. We don't have to like it. But we need to know who's on our side in a fight. And we're in a fight to the death in the Middle East against radical Islam. The Saudis, for all their problems, are a useful ally. And we should remember that. Doesn't mean we excuse them when they do horrible things. But it means that we understand, like adults do, that sometimes in the world of foreign policy, in protecting your civilization, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. Not that ours are dirty here. We didn't do it. We're just kind of on the sidelines. And that's where we should stay. This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. If you like my little rants here on The Rebel, you can find them every Tuesday and Friday for free outside the paywall. Why is there a paywall? Because there's stuff behind it that's great. You guys should sign up for The Rebel. Go in there, subscribe. There is great stuff to be had. If you want to see more of me, every Monday and Thursday, I have a town hall column. You can always follow me on Twitter and go out and get my book, Militant Normals. It's on sale on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all sorts of other great places. I promise you'll like it. And if you don't, I can live with that. This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. See you next time.